This is companion video number 10 for iFeelagrams for iPad, iOS8, the Compose message screen. The Compose message screen is accessed by double-tapping the Compose button, which appears at the top right-hand corner of the conversation list on the left side of the screen. Press this button, and the conversation area on the right side of the screen will be replaced by a blank message form. In this form, the To field and the Add Contact button are at the top, just below the New Message heading and the Cancel button. The Message text field and other controls are down near the bottom of the screen, just above the keyboard, which also appears when you select a field after pressing the Compose button. There are 12 items in the key this time, so learn those, explore the FeelaGram, and we'll be ready to check things out on the iPad. So here we are right where we left off in the Messages app. I'll just put my finger up to the top.
No SIM. Status bar item.
There's the status bar.
Edit. Button.
And the edit button. Let's move our finger right across.
Messages. Heading. Compose. Button.
There's the Compose button, but let's keep moving to the right. Across the border to the right-hand side of the screen.
Ken. Heading.
There's our conversation with Ken, where we ended last time, so let's move to the left.
Compose. Button.
Back across the border into the left side of the screen, and press the Compose button. Double tap.
2. Text field. Is editing.
Now, how convenient. It put us right in the To field, and we could type in a recipient. But let's first explore by flicking, and then we'll drag about to see what this form actually looks like. So first of all, I'm simply going to flick to the right.
Add contact. Attach media. Dimmed. Button.
Now you can tell that between Add Contact and Attach Media, we did one of these line changes.
Message. Text field. Record audio. Quebec.
Now we've popped down into the keyboard, haven't we?
Whiskey. Echo.
There are keys from the keyboard, but I'm now going to flick left.
Whiskey. Quebec. Record audio. Button.
There, we hopped out of the keyboard. We're now going flicking left.
Message. Text field. Attach media. Dimmed. Add contact. Button.
Oh, we hopped back up to where the Add Contact button was.
2. Text field. Is editing.
And there's the recipient field.
Cancel. Button.
Oh, and we hopped up further to the Cancel button.
New message. Heading.
And the New Message heading. Now, if we go to the left,
Ken Suthu's. Saturday.
we hop back over to the left side of the screen altogether, and we see Ken's name there because he is the last conversation in my conversation list. But we don't want to be over there right now, so if we flick right,
New message. Heading.
we end up back on the right-hand side of the screen in the New Message header. So now let's switch to dragging and just get some idea of the locations of these things in the message form.
2. New message. Heading.
So there's the New Message heading. I'm going to move my finger down.
2. Text field. Is editing.
As promised, the To field is below the message header. Let's go back up. I'm just going to move my finger ever so slightly.
New message. Heading.
And now I'm going to look to the right.
Cancel. Button.
There's the Cancel button. I moved my finger over, and if I move my finger down,
2. Text field. Is editing.
and immediately to the right of that text field
Add contact. Button.
is the Add Contact button. So if I move my finger up from the Add Contact button,
Cancel. Button.
I get the Cancel button, and if I move my finger up even further,
100% battery power. On AC power. Status bar item.
I find that I'm at the battery indicator on the status bar. So this is a good time to remember that if you're looking for these things, you can develop a frame of reference by seeing where various controls are in relation to the status bar. So now we've looked at the top of this message form. We're just going to drag our finger down through it.
2. Text field. Is editing.
There's the To field. Now let's see how much space there is before we get down to the Attach Media button that we just flicked to a minute ago. Big area of empty screen space.
Message. Text field.
Aha, we crossed a border.
Message. text field.
We landed on the message text field. To the left of it, if we just drag our finger,
Attach media. Dimmed. Button.
is a place to attach media.
Attach media. Message. Text field.
There's the text field again. I've moved to the right. Now I'm going to move to the right again. And just to the right of the message text field.
Record audio. Button.
Now this is a record audio button or a send button, depending on the mode you're in. And below all of this,
Papa. Oscar. India.
there's the keyboard. And now that we've explored the keyboard a little, let's actually send a message. So we'll depart from the keyboard.
India.
There it is. And we'll drag our finger up the right-hand side of the screen until we get to...
2. Text field. Is editing.
So there's the to field, and it's editing, so it wants text. Let's pick on Ken again. Let's find K and send him a message. So back down to the keyboard.
No. Juliet. Mike. Juliet. Kilo.
There's K.
K.
Now is his name up here near the top?
New message. 2. Text field. Is Ken Sudhu's. Mobile.
There he is. Let's double tap his name.
iMessage.
And it tells you iMessage, so you know you're now creating one. But are we sending it to Ken? Let's check. I'm going to slide my finger up toward the top of the screen from the middle on the right-hand side.
2. Text field. Is editing.
Okay, there's a to field.
iMessage.
Yes, it's an iMessage. Now, what else is here?
Sunday. Ken Sudhu's kept an audio message. Sunday. Sunday. Saturday 9:39 Your iMessage. Tom Decker's location. Location. 9:30.
So here is the conversation with Ken that we've been having because we'd saved the conversation. And if we move down toward the bottom,
Your iMessage. Tom Decker's location. Message. iMessage. Text field.
here is an iMessage text field. So yes, we want to send a message. Let's do that. We'll double tap the iMessage text field.
Insertion point at end.
And it tells us that the insertion point or the cursor is at the end of the message text. What else do we now have on the screen? Hopefully we'll have a keyboard so we can type.
India. Uniform. Yankee. Tango.
Yes, there's the keyboard. So we could type a message now if we wanted to, but there's a much faster way to send a text message, and that is to simply dictate it. So let's find the space bar and look for a dictate button at the left end of the space bar.
Space. Dictate. Space. Charlie. Space.
And below the X,
X-ray. Dictate.
there's a dictate button. So let's double tap the dictate button with one finger, speak what we have to say, and double tap with two fingers to finish. Hello there, period. This is a text message that we're using as part of our video.
Inserted hello there. This is a text message that we're using as part of our video.
That's very nice. It's been inserted, and now we'll look up above the P and hopefully find a send button.
Delete. Send. Button.
There's a send button. Let's press it. Double tap.
Messages. Message. Text field. Is editing. iMessage.
And there goes the message. And we're ready to start the next line of our conversation. But if we look above where the next text message is going to go, the next sentence in this conversation, we'll see the message that I just sent.
Lima. Oscar. Message. Text field. Is editing. iMessage.
Now right above this,
Your iMessage. Hello there. This is a text message that we're using as part of Ken Sudhu's is typing.
Ken Sudhughes is typing. Let's see what he has to say.
Message received. From Ken Sudhu's. Thank you. I received it. Ken Sudhu stopped typing.
There you go. So that's a perfect example of how to send a message and what it looks like to receive the reply for the message. Let's just check that.
Comma.
Here's
Kilo.
our keyboard.
Oscar. Message. Text field. Is editing.
There's a place
iMessage.
for new message at the bottom, and right above it,
Ken Sudhu's. Thank you. I received it.
there it is.
447. Your iMessage. Hello there. This is a text message that...
And you see we can move back up through the conversation. The latest message always appears at the bottom, and at the very bottom is a place for you to type the response. So that's about it for video number 10 and composing a message. We hope you'll join us in video number 11, where we will talk about the calendar.